Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 6th of July, 2025. Outrageous. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you this time with another fragrance rotation video. And I am scared. I am scared because the time is passing so incredibly quickly. We're roughly 3/4 of the way through my spring and summer rotation. Feels like 5 minutes. 5 minutes since I rotated my fragrances. Terrifying, friends. It's absolutely terrifying. Jesus. It's hard, you know. It's hard to fathom. It's hard to accept. But I will do my best. So let's start with the fragrances. Let me tell you about the weather this week. And the weather has been weird. The weather has been weird. It was hot. Very hot at the beginning of the week. And then it started raining. It sort of stayed warm. And then cooled off. Which is kind of where we are now. It's kind of like standard British weather out there, you know. But got a use of many different fragrances. There are some stuff here that doesn't usually see the light of day, so that's cool. Anyway, on Monday, it's taking 2 minutes for me to start here. On Monday, I wore green Irish tweed. Green Irish tweed. It is a classic, and it is a classic for a reason, friends. It's an absolute classic for a reason. This is a brilliant fragrance. It has something in this fragrance that gives it a creaminess which I have hitherto not appreciated as much. And it's that sandalwood, ambergris, musk trifecta that made Creed great, which they've completely abandoned, as I have mentioned in other videos about Creed fragrances. Did a review on Green Valley this past week. Great fragrance. Another one of the green Creeds. I wouldn't mind trying Selection Vert either. See if I can get a hold of one of them. They're not easy to find. Anyway, this is Salty Air. It is Salty Air, a walk in the Irish countryside near the coast. Rolling green hills, grass, water, freshness, cleanness. Smells like Prince Charles in a tweed suit. Very classy. Really one of the fragrances that epitomizes what Creed is all about, you know. Very much a reference Creed. More so than something like Aventus. Aventus was just the popular one. It wasn't the good one, you know. Anyway, I might do a video discussing that. I'll do a Creed family portrait. That said, I've sold a few Creeds. Queed? Dear me. Bit of baby talk there for you. Okay, on Tuesday I bought a recent pickup of mine, and this is Oda Gention Blanche. Oda Gention Blanche by Hermes from 2009. Gentian, which is a flower. Salty green. People say it smells like green bell peppers, and it does have that kind of aspect to it, I must admit. It does definitely have that green, slightly peppery herbal, vegetal cleanness to it, you know, something that's full of chlorophyll, yeah, chlorophyll, not chloroform. That's something very different. A little bit musky, fantastic. I haven't really worn this enough to give it a proper review, but it does smell very vegetal and green. And I really like that about it. It's quite different. I used to really want Ninfeo Mio by Anik Goutal, and I smelled it and I was ready to buy it, and I sprayed it on my skin. And, oof. God, it turned to death. It smelled terrible on me. I should have just sprayed it on my clothes instead because I really liked it. That was quite vegetal too. Anyway, Wednesday, I wore Geranium Pomosure. Now, this was quite interesting because on Wednesday it was pouring with rain. And I usually wear Geranium Pomosure when it's uber hot, ultra hot, the highest of high heat. And it is fantastic for that. But it brings out more of the dry mint in the fragrance. That kind of, you know, when you get toothpaste and it's a little bit chalky, it brings out that kind of quality in it, like a texture. Someone told me to wear this when it was cool and wet. Try it in autumn or spring. And I thought, bollocks, I'll do that. And it was fantastic. Please identify yourself if you were that person. Thank you very much. I got a lot more of the, like a anisic, like a little something a little bit spicy. It could have been from the mint. Something a little bit like eucalyptus, you know. It smelled and felt a lot less like toothpaste and more like mouthwash. That's what it's supposed to be based on, a mouthwash. And it felt a lot more fluid. It felt a lot more liquid, viscous, that kind of thing. Really nice. I really saw a different side to it. I don't know if I've reviewed it. I feel like I know it a lot better after Wednesday. You know, wearing fragrances in different contexts is a really, really good idea. Anyway, Thursday, I only have my decant at hand to me because where I've got the bottles is actually laden with like boxes and stuff because we've had to shift loads of stuff around, so I can't actually get to the bottle, which has just occurred to us. If this decant or any of my decants runs dry, I'm not going to be able to refill them. Shit. But this is Bois d'Argent. I have many bottles of Bois d'Argent. This is the EDP. I think my bottle's from 2014 or 2015. So it's before the massacre that took place in 18 and then again in 22. Bois d'Argent's in a bit of a feedback loop at this point, and it barely represents the fragrance that it originally was. I'll do a comparison. I will do a comparison between the cologne and Demachy's first reformulation, the EDP. Because the cologne came first. Actually performs better than the EDP, but we'll come back to that. Anyway, we all know what Bois d'Argent is and can be and really should be, if we're being honest, you know. It was released in 2004. It was made by Annick Menardo, not Francis Kirkjohn, not Francois Demachy, both shamefully trying to claim they made it. They didn't. It was Annick Menardo. This is myrrh, iris, juniper at the top. I get a little bit of dryness, some vanilla, a bit of amber, like resinous kind of thing. And then, for me, one of the standout notes is honey. Honey. the honey note in this is gorgeous. It's not overbearing. It's not pissy. It's not astringent. It's not ammonia-like, which some honeys can be and do. This isn't like that. This is warm and sweet and familiar, and the type of honey that makes you feel better, you know, soothing, really nice. So try and get all the bottles of Bois d'Argent if you can. The one that's available at the minute is so quiet. It's so quiet. It's quite sad, actually. It's quite sad because the old stuff's so vibrant and alive, you know. But still cool. Okay. Next up, I have an outrageous fragrance to present to you, my friend. And this is Pontachio 21 by Gianfranco Ferré. And this is the Eau de Cologne. I also have the Eau de Toilette, but I've looked and God knows where I've put it. Right? It's out there, like the truth. It is out there, friends. I just don't know where. The Eau de Toilette's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit more, but I like to wear the Eau de Cologne. You know, this was the one I had originally. It was quite hard to find. The Eau de Toilette's got like a wrap-around faux leather thing, and it's not great, but this is... when were you released? I think it was late 90s. It's kind of like Pavarotti, the original Pavarotti, not the 1999 one I bought last week. But instead of like lavender and patchouli, it's got like this kind of rose suede sort of thing. It's aromatic at the top. It's got rosemary. There's cardamom. It's a little bit sweet. So maybe there's a little bit of honey in there too. In the mid, it's quite rosy, fresh, not powdery, but like a little bit aromatic. And then the suede and the myrrh gives an almost Bois d'Argent feel, like this kind of very soft, subtle, round, warm, clean kind of vibe. Smells very Italian. It very much has a vibe of Pavarotti about it. I'm not sure what the prices are for this. Don't be afraid if you smell this from the cap and think, that's hideous and I never want to touch it again. Because that heaving lump of plastic there, right? That fucking marine life murderer right there stinks. It absolutely stinks of like cheap, shitty plastic. Right, not even good quality plastic, and it's ruinous. But if you spray the fragrance and smell the actual fragrance, it's gorgeous. Little aromatic, clean, warm, fresh. Lovely. Very lovely. Next up is one of my favourite fragrances. And you will see that by the motherfucking hole. This bottle's nearly finished, like. I think you can wear this fragrance almost any time. This is Smallo Parfum by Smallo. Lavender, rosemary, anise again. Rosemary, anise, lavender, been quite a theme with me. Patchouli. There's a pine. But for me, this is a big, what I call a smoke moss fragrance. Smoky oak moss. Leather, black leather, fashionable, cool. It's gorgeous. And it's Everybody says it's well blended. Fragrances should be well blended. That's the perfumer's fucking job, right? But it smells smooth. It smells, even though it's got rough edges, those rough edges are purposeful. And they're there on purpose to do a job. It has this kind of texture, but also this coolness to it. And I mean cool as in, oh, that dude's cool. And I'm not. And it's a bit intimidating. This fragrance is cool, you know? It feels confident. It feels like a fashionable Italian leather jacket, and it's fantastic. You can see by how much I've worn of it. And last but not least, I am wearing today Hemingway. Hemingway by Mask Milano. Madness. Where did this come from? Well, I've had it for quite a while. I just thought, bollocks, I'll wear it. Because it's rainy today, you know? And vetiver's really good for rain. Lots and lots and lots and lots of vetiver in this. Lots of different sides to vetiver in this. It's fresh. It's clean. It's green. It's a little bit fruity. It's a little bit dark. It's crunchy because it's got that rhubarb ginger thing in it, a little bit fuzzy. I've really enjoyed wearing this today, actually. I thought it was really, really ordinary the last time I wore it. And today I've worn it and I've been really impressed. And that's one of the reasons to hold on to things that you're not too enamored with. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Thank you very much for watching, friends. I will see you all again soon.